We have the second game between Strider and Wenteros ready to go now, so let's cut to that and see if Strider can force a third game.
Yes, Wenteros is starting on offense here. I don't know whose choice it was, but it was somebody's choice. And I think maybe they both want Wenteros on offense first, right? Wenteros is just playing for the draw. He doesn't need to try and win, whereas Strider, desperate for the win, has to throw everything he can on defense.
Oh, a snap.
A snap, yes. A quick snap, in fact.
The quickest of snaps.
Not a brandy snap, which you can get this time of year. Quick snap. God, I haven't had a brandy snap in ages. It's like Christmas food from like a different era. It's just showing age right now, isn't it?
I don't know what that is.
I don't even know if they actually got brandy in them. They're just like a type of like chocolate-covered, very sweet thing that you get at Christmas sometimes.
Sounds awful.
So your plan for Wenteros on this drive is very simple, isn't it? You want to score, be 1-0 up on turn 8, and hope like heck that Strider can't do the one turn.
Yes, yeah, you don't really have any defense against the one's turn, unfortunately, but Strider only has sidestep for the one turn. Compared to Olivier, you know, he had the 2 sidesteppers and he had the frenzy. So the one turn isn't too likely, honestly, from Strider. So you can probably try like a normal defense against it and hope for the best.
I feel like the thing that I always think in these moments is, because of where you know you are, and keep repeating it, even things that aren't scary dice rolls are going to feel scary at this point.
Well, every dice roll should be scary. Yeah. You can't just assume you'll make every dodge, you know. You shouldn't cut corners. You should never, ever cut a corner unless, like, cutting the corner is game-winning, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so the people should be played lockdown like that all the time. But, yeah, you know...
But no one plays the same way as they play in a World Championship quarterfinal in every game. No one has that level of focus in every game.
They should do, though, shouldn't they? They should do. That's the standard you should hold yourself to at all times, realistically. You should. But yeah, they don't. I mean, you see Andy playing ladder and he just doesn't care about things and goes for silly surfs.
You'd never do that in a World Championship game.
Do I do?
Yeah, just a little bit, Andy.
I think if there's one thing we can take away is that Andy would do that in any game.
Nice removal. Oh, and the apple comes out. Yep, turn 1.
I've seen Strider do this before in this tournament. I've seen Olivier do this in this tournament. Just the mindset of first KO immediately, it gets the apple, and that's that.
I mean, a turn 1 KO is incredible, right? Like, that's the... It's absolutely not what you want to happen,
yeah.
But it's a great time to use your apple just as soon as you can. And, like, you're getting so much value out of that instant KO that, yeah, you don't want to have to use your apple, but it is the perfect time to.
And it's one of the things that probably was always true, but is even more true in this edition of the game, again, because the injury table is so tough. You know a KO, at least you're getting some value out of that. Apothecary is doing something.
Yes, yeah. If you save it and then, you know, you might not take any casualties, or you might take a serious injury, in which case it's only 37.5% to work, which is not what you want. So yeah, I think that was always the way to use Apothecaries in a serious way, really. You know, like a turn 1 KO is just a golden opportunity to use it.
I keep looking at that tree and thinking it should have jump up.
I wish it didn't.
Great question from Guru in the chat. Andy, if we take a big step ahead and assume you were to get past Diomed, you'd have 3 options left that you could face in the final. Would it be Andre, Wenteros, or Strider? Who would you, out of those 3, prefer to be up against?
Oh, they'd all bring completely different challenges. I don't like facing into the strip ball because it's a very hard variable to control. So probably least favourite will be Strider. And then the Dark Elves can dodge in. He's got double wrestle, so he's built it from a sacking perspective. So it's probably the Dark Elves second, and then maybe the Imperial Nobility is third. But I think that the Dark Elves and the Imperial Nobility are fairly close, I think.
So you actually think the Wood Elves are the worst of the 3?
Yeah, I don't want to play the Wood Elves. Because
Or the best of the three.
Is it the worst to face? Yeah.
it's
Not the
it's
worst.
the one I would choose.
Yeah.
It's one I would choose. But I don't get to choose, so it doesn't matter. I'm just going to try and beat Diomed and see what happens.
That question is what we call a trap, because now we can just, whoever's playing against Andy has got that like bulletin board material, they can put that on the board and go, can't believe you said that. If he gets past Diomed, which, as we've been saying, incredibly difficult semi-final as well.
Yep.
I agree with Andy. I think he has got a better team, especially for the mirror, actually. But good point about the overtime, you know, that Diomed having the extra player. Possibility.
One thing that came up during our wrap-up before you came back and joined us again, Andy, we weren't sure if you'd played Diomed in Super League in a Necromantic Mirror. We weren't sure if you've had that matchup head-to-head before.
I don't think so.
No, I really don't think so, because you were both in the playoffs and you both lost to Seabros.
That was the game I lost, yeah. Won everything that season, apart from the final against Seabros.
You don't lose a lot of games lately, Andy. What's that about?
Well, I try not to. It's right boring losing. It's nowhere near as much fun as winning.
The score in the first game of this series, Punter, was 1-0 to Wenteros.
Interesting non-double elongated cage here. So this is just 1D on the ball.
Yeah.
Just casually.
Interesting not punching the tree as well. I'd have definitely punched the tree.
Well, yeah.
Like, it's basically free. You've already got people in touch with it.
Yeah, but it'll just jump up again, Jim. Oh, no.
It's not a jump up.
I'm scarred by it. It's all I can think of.
It looks like a wrestle tree, but it's a wrestle behind him.
Imagine a wrestle tree.
Yeah, he's just going to run away from it.
I mean, running away from the tree is the thing to do if you're an elf, right? It's pretty easy, just 2+ away, and then can't really do anything ever.
This is much. Yeah, this looks a lot better now, but he does need to make those last couple of dino dodges with a lino.
Yeah.
Is it into his time bank again?
Wow, on turn 1. That's outrageous, isn't it? Oh, turn 2. But still, it's still outrageous. That guy can get punched into the tree as well.
Yep.
Not a great fan of.
But he's going to gain some. I think he's going to gain a good chunk of ground next turn.
Yeah, this is a really nice formation, actually, isn't it?
Yeah.
What I like about it as well, and you're not going to be able to see it for the whole drive, but right now you've built several layers between you and the strip ball. Yeah. So you know that that's not going to happen this turn. You've pretty much just excluded that unless Strider fancies rolling some crazy dice, which you can feel pretty confident he won't.
Yeah. Extremely confident now, but
yes, yeah. FD Wenteros actually could have qualified through Rebel, but qualified through Ribble, which sounds very similar, the Russian Blood Bowl League. I believe Wenteros was one of a few coaches who did well enough that they could have qualified several ways. They didn't win Rebel, but they were definitely in the semi-finals of Rebel in the qualifying season. So,
sorry, Andy and me just pointing at ourselves.
Got two very smug commentators on the desk with me here, chat, who you can't see.
It's not smugness, it's factually informative.
I think it's factually informative smugness, not mutually exclusive.
It's the POW.
The tree is now rooted.
Listen, Dimmy, Andy may be smug, but you're going to be even smugger if Nobility win the whole thing, so that's...
Dimmy will probably celebrate more than Andrew. Lucky knockdown there. If he didn't get the knockdown, that catcher was getting served.
Yep.
Might still get served.
It's all right, chat. They wouldn't know who won the last Rebel. She goes to a different school.
Yeah,
That's not going to get served. It would be ridiculous to serve it, actually. I mean, it's technically possible, but no.
Punch the catcher.
I mean, you could surf the catcher. Would you go for the surfing the catcher, Andy?
Me, no. No.
It would be hilarious. It's ridiculous, right? But you could go up like that, push it to there, block,
Oh my
block,
God.
block. Like, you're not doing much else, right? The thing is, you're not doing much else. Yeah, okay, you can go over this side, but it's not achieving a whole lot.
And it doesn't actually bend you out of shape at all, does it?
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Your formation is basically the same.
Yeah.
Wait, the same.
Yeah.
Right. Yes, I would. Yeah. And you can do the whole thing on 3 dice as well, apart from the first bit.
Yeah. So it wasn't as ridiculous as it seemed.
No.
I'm curious
Do it.
how committed Strider will be to just make the stop here, given that he has got a good one turn, that he knows he's done his one turn a lot. Like, how much will he say, I'm going to go all in for that, and how much will he think, I want to hold something back? Because I know I still have the one turn, and then if I don't get that, I have the final option, which is go for a quick score and try to turn over a third time. Obviously, he's going to go for it, but it's that line between going for it and going hell for leather, you know what I mean? Like putting everything into it.
Strider is a bit like me in that he's generally conservative. You know, he's more like me than Olivier. To that,
Much.
right?
I was going to say very different for two Wood Elf teams that were left in the tournament for this round. Very opposite ends of how to play them, I think.
Yeah, so I think even if he wants to go more like Olivier, he's going to struggle to turn it up quite that much. So I think he might end up just, you know, playing kind of normally, going for a late strip and then seeing what happens. Because at the end of the day, like, you are playing to win normally anyway, right? Like, you're not playing to draw something normally. So it's Wenteros that's going to be changing how he plays more, really, until the second half. But for a normal drive, stopping him is still a win, right?
Yep.
See, I wonder if the danger for Wenteros here is being so cautious to not let that strip happen that you forget to put yourself in a position to score on turn 7.
Yeah, I mean, that's where the problem is versus Woody's. That is right? You've got the tension between having to protect the ball against strip ball and having to get the penetration through the field. And Wenteros has gone really far back here, hasn't he?
Well, he's not having his ball stripped this time.
No, he's not, is he? He wants to get the other side of the tree, I guess, right? Because the tree is off centre, so you've got one extra, well, kind of 2 extra files by going this way. So he doesn't want to switch over in one turn and let himself open. So he's just going to slowly switch sides. But it's going to be a bit tricky to break through.
Yeah, Strider he doesn't have to strip him; he just has to stop him.
Yeah. Yeah, so maybe Wenteros is overreacting a little bit here. But then he's got the 2 wrestle frenzies, right? So he should be able to make, win the sidelines and make holes and stuff.
Here's another question about these builds as we're looking at the teams here. A real trend that I've seen, I'm sure Andy's seen on the tabletop in the last year, is actually top players who win a lot with Dark Elves working assassins into their builds. And I think this is obviously one of the matchups where that could be more useful, because Wood Elves with their armor 8+ can be great threat against players like War Dancers, where the blodge is otherwise a tricky thing to work around. Why do you think we haven't seen that on this build and just in general on the Dark Elves at this tournament?
Well, the reason that I didn't was thinking a bit about the overtime format, the potential overtime game, and I wanted to have 6 players that were as protected as possible, and as much armor 8 as possible. Like, you have to have 2 Witch Elves, you basically have to, right? So I only wanted the 2 AV8+ and 9 AV9+, and I wanted as much Blodge and Rodge as possible. So I think that's just kind of... I mean, funnily enough, Wenteros' team is very similar to mine. He's gone for the Apothecary instead of the Reserve, and he's gone for Wrestle instead of another block. 2 Wrestle instead of 1 Wrestle, 1 block Witch. So we've taken very similar builds. Funnily enough, this would be my preferred build on tabletop if I was allowed a mascot, a team mascot. That's 30k inducement, whereas I think 3 assistant coaches is a bit of a waste of money, so that's why I went with the Apothecary. And again, the Apothecary a bit better in overtime format. Lets you foul War Dancers. He can't foul the War Dancer right now, which, I mean, he can, but it's a lot worse than if he had a 12th player. So I slightly value the 12th man over the Apothecary.
team mascot, for those of you not familiar, is an inducement that's in, I want to say it's in Death Zone. I'm not sure if it was in the original rulebook, but either way, it's a inducement which gives you an opportunity in each half to get an extra reroll. You have to roll a 5+ to get it, and if you don't get it, then you can still reroll your action using a regular team roll if it fails. So it's not a high risk thing. It basically gives you a third of a reroll for each half, effectively. But that can, in practice, mean that you hit twice and you get 2 extra rerolls.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, well, 1.
Okay.
One
Isn't it
per
both
half.
halves?
Yeah,
It's
it's
both
one per
halves.
half.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
But you
so
normally
you're
get a
right.
reroll.
Yes, you're right. Yeah.
It's like a third of a reroll
Yeah.
for 30k, which is all right.
Yeah. It's better than, as you say, it's better than the assistant coaches normally.
Yeah, it's better than cheerleaders, better than assistant coach, better than
Oh, no.
a weather mage.
Better than
So
Red Mage.
He's double based the strip.
I like
He's
this.
really focused on the strip. Yeah, I like it too.
And if he dodges... Is that a blodging blitzer on their floor?
Yeah, he's going to try and get round here, right? Somehow.
Yeah, there.
Okay,
There. Because now you've just tied the war dancers up for a turn.
Yeah, really nice.
So you know you're not going to get stripped again.
And this is like 2 solutions to the same problem, right? Solution 1 is build layers between yourselves and the war dancers. Solution 2 is trap the war dancers somewhere.
And he's done both while getting away from the tree. Tempting the blitz on this guy. So...
Yeah, no strip. I like this.
Really nice. Oh.
So
It's a little bit early. Well, I say it's a little early. The Dark Elves don't really want to have to camp for 4 turns in scoring range. So it's like, if this was turn 6, you might be okay, but turn 5 is a little early to go forward, but you're probably going to have to.
I don't mind it when the tree's rooted, honestly. I'm quite all for getting down and you know, because if they assault your like cage, if you're near the sideline, you've got witch elves and they don't. It's pretty strong.
Oh, nice removal for the Wood Elves. And,
That's dead.
well, this brings us to what Jimmy said before about he likes having the 12 player more than having the Apothecary, because that, you can't really Apothecary that. It's seriously hurt. It's hard to justify spending the Apothecary when it might not even work.
Exactly, yeah. But of course, there are times when you get a turn 1 KO or a blodge blitzer gets badly hurt and stuff. So it's 6 and 2 3s. I don't think there's too much. If you got something great for taking the Apothecary, I wouldn't. Again, like, I don't think the mascot is great, but I think it's good enough that swings it towards the Apothecary if you can have that. I don't think like having an assassin or something swings it that much.
Oh,
He's not going to eat that, is he?
he's going to think about it. I'll tell you why he might have done. He hasn't, obviously, but why he might have done is because if he keeps all 3 of those rerolls, that 1 turn is a lot more reliable.
Yeah, I would have thought about keeping that for sure. Like, I maybe would have moved this guy first and then eaten the dub skulls. I guess he couldn't because he had this player here. Because he hadn't moved this guy, he had to reroll it. He actually just had to. Because, yeah, this guy's just getting instantly surfed.
I mean, that guy can still get surfed, no?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but he would have got instantly
Instantly
surfed.
surfed.
More surfed, Tree. More surfed.
We want a slow motion surf, please.
Absolute instant surf. So, yeah, he absolutely had to reroll the dub skulls. But he could have just, you know, moved something safer and then not had to reroll it.
Surf is coming, says Bullbask in chat. I don't know. It can be. If you want to surf here, you can. I'm not totally sure you can do it without compromising your position. What do you think? Are you seeing this as a definite surf situation?
Yeah. Yeah, I'd definitely surf this. Well, I'd definitely try and then, you know, inevitably both down and just wrestle it. Or double pow.
He's managed. Yeah, the Wood Elves have managed to get back in front as well. Like, yes. Oh, I'll just walk down the field. Well, will you now?
We have not had any French ice cream yet, Dimmy G. We haven't been here many hours, not in the studio. We all got in late yesterday with their delays and straight in. Maybe so. It's also December, just quietly, but Won't rule
Why
it
does
out.
December stop you having ice cream? Is there a sales ban or?
Yes, Andy. You can't buy it in December. No, because you know how it's so cold out, Andy.
That's what?
You know how it's so cold out, so you can't.
Crunch, yeah.
And so
Nice.
I don't know where I'm going with this. It's cold. You don't necessarily want ice cream.
He's not taking the serve.
See.
It's still there. He's still there. It's
Yeah,
just
but he's got a dodge now.
dirty dodge, yeah. And he's gonna what?
I don't know how you don't move the guy there first. Like, I would have definitely moved the guy there first and still done the serve.
At this point, he's like, I think I might have done this in a different order.
Yep.
Tabletop. Do you mind if I take that back? No. Nah, you've rolled dice.
Yeah,
Sorry.
you've rolled dice.
Sorry.
Oh.
You definitely can't take a move back on tabletop once you've rolled the blocking dice. That would be a pretty cheeky thing to try.
I bet people have tried it.
Yeah.
No.
It'd be a fascinating thing to find out in the Blood Bowl 3 player base in both directions how many players have gone from playing tabletop to then playing Blood Bowl 3, and also how many Blood Bowl 3 players have then gone, do you know what, I enjoyed this, I want to find out about playing tabletop. Love to know how that dynamic plays out.
I know Dimmy's won.
Timmy's one. There's definitely things that happen between the two, aren't there? There's definitely links between the two. And I think that one of the things you said at the beginning of the tournament, Jimmy, when you were talking about one of the reasons why you had K-Fode as your favourite, I think, or at least one of your favourites, was because he's won on the different platforms. He's won in Blood Bowl 3, he's won on tabletop, and he's won everywhere else.
Yeah, I think he's like the only one that's won literally everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, and that's mostly because I haven't played tabletop and Andy hasn't played Fumble. But do you know what I mean? Like, that's basically the reason. Like, but it does kind of make K-Fog, like, you know, unarguable as the king of Blood Bowl to an extent.
Uh-huh.
I wonder if we're going to see a strip here. I don't think so, but
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, he's
'Cause-
got the root, hasn't he?
Yeah. For no, is that the elf on the sideline, it looks a little bit vulnerable.
Yes. Yeah, I don't like having that there. I would have tried to rescue it, but it's not too easy to rescue it, is it?
The little rescue elf sat there, sort of paws all looking sad.
Oh, wow. Well, I tell you what, one way for the Wood Elves to win this game would just be to murder every single Dark Elf, and then you've got...
Yeah. When your advantage is having AV9 plus instead of AV8 plus, and yet they're on the pitch and you're not, you're in trouble because they've still got more movement than you. That's the problem for the Dark Elves.
I've just spotted Olivia Dulac in chat. Olivia, I don't know if you've been listening into our chat since your game, but just to say one more time in case you haven't, we all think you played some brilliant Blood Bowl. Commiserations on not going through. But what we didn't say, though, by the way, is you've gone out, but you have won €400, so definitely could be a worse outcome there at least.
It's not a bad day at the office, is it?
Yeah. Not at the office, Andy. Sat playing Blood Bowl.
Well,
Seems
yes.
more fun than a lot of offices.
Yes. Here comes the strip.
Yeah, he's definitely that removes all doubt, right? The catcher coming in here means there's only one blitz.
And the player's gone red as well, look.
Yeah. But I mean, before that, Andy, before that, if there was any doubt, once the catcher goes there, re-roll. Fails. It's funny because we both thought he was going to do it, but like, wow, isn't it bad if it fails?
And
That's so bad now.
And now we come back to the reroll that was spent before, because
So-
it's just been another reroll, and the one turn is getting less and less likely every time you spend one.
So, what about surfing the catcher and the downed war dancer here? Just for a laugh.
No, Andy.
No, but just for a laugh.
Just for a
No.
laugh. There was a downed war dancer surf you didn't take in one of those games.
Yeah.
Giraffe saw
What?
it in chat and said, do we
What?
surf the downed war dancer here? And then we were like, actually, that is kind of on. You didn't do it.
Yeah, I was stunned that you didn't do that.
I'm stunned I didn't do it.
I don't like blocking this way. I'd have just blocked him up and surfed and gone downfield here, turn 6. Don't like adding more rolls and like more blocks and complicating matters.
going to have to go back and watch that. Was it in game 1 or game 2? Well, I am going to go back.
Yeah,
and watch
one
it.
of them.
Yeah, one of the two
One of
games.
them. You served the catcher on 3 dice instead.
Ah,
I think it was game 2, and I think it was after you stopped Olivier's score.
Yes, yeah.
So you had nothing really to lose, so you could have gone for it. But you thought, just take the easy serve.
Yeah.
Didn't want to try and do
Yeah,
something
had
to
no
impress
rerolls.
us. Yeah.
Had no rerolls. So it was going to be like, I think, a 2D, a blockless 2D, and then a block full 2D.
Andy was sat in his room and thought, you know what I won't do? Give them something fun to watch.
this is going to cost him 2.
Yeah, this is the problem. This is like a lot of characters. I guess he doesn't even get the serve unless he follows. So he's got to do the blockless blocks first.
Yeah, blockless block, then the witch elf.
No, then the blitzer, right? Because you could block.
Oh yeah.
You could block here, follow, and then you can block him, and then you get to move the witch downfield. But
I think we're doing the blitzer at the top now first, aren't we now? Now we've done that rush.
Yeah. No, but I mean, yeah. No,
If you'd snaked that rush doing this and the war dance that's now on the floor right next to your ball carrier, strip carrier, just got up and got the ball, that would have felt pretty rough.
yeah, I don't like how he's done it, but he's done it. I would have definitely just tried to get downfield and not cared so much about the double serve. I mean, I would have served, obviously, would have served that one. Wait.
Dead.
Dead.
What was it? Dodge line elf.
Yeah,
That evens things up a bit.
it does, but the ball isn't going to be very safe, is it?
Nope. And it's still in range of L stripper.
Yep.
The thing is, unlike most other situations now, down to Dark Elves, there's really no world you get to foul that strip ball war dancer, is there?
No.
Most teams really want to foul that, but you probably can't.
Yeah.
So he has to make a straight choice. Surf the dude, dive the ball.
Having the ball isn't great. Yeah, he's got to punch this guy. Yeah, he's got to punch him to get round the back, hasn't he? Cancel the assists.
Are we just going in for the strip ball right away again?
He could hit from here, right? He could put a player in there and a player in the top and hit out. And still have the sidestep at the recover.
You really can't put another reroll in here now, though, can you?
Well, that tells us what he's doing.
Yep.
Yeah.
The little man's going to go red.
Given that you don't want to spend a reroll on this, would you consider dodging instead of leaping?
He's going to spend a reroll on it.
And just not have it for the 110?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's committed now, right? Because he did it last turn. He's committed to doing it again because.
Well, you definitely don't do the dodge now.
Yeah, one at a time is the way to do it.
Oof.
So hang on, so leaps actually fail, right? Is that what we're seeing here?
Yeah.
Okay.
100% of the time if you're Strider.
Yeah.
That's 4 out of 4 full plus fails. It's pretty rough.
Beautiful. Love to see it. As a non Wood Elf player, it's good to see them fail sometimes.
Oh, they fail plenty. They fail plenty if you play Wood Elves regularly. A lot of love in chat for Olivier Dulacan saying how much fun it was to watch his games.
Yeah, they were very good.
Deserved, absolutely.
So yeah, just get away from the strip first of all, right? He's out of range, completely out of range of the strip ball now. So.
Nope. And Strider's put all his rerolls in, so now everything's
peachy.
Yeah.
So now you serve the downed war dance as his core knight, right?
Oh,
yes.
absolutely, yeah.
Yes. Now you can. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is a bit.
Could have done. Yeah. No, it really hard. Actually, no.
It was
it's still
hard.
better.
Yeah, it was hard.
It's still better not to. It's better just to get out of range.
Yeah. Yes, out of range, out of mind. No,
Yeah.
that's something else.
3D.
I feel like Wenteros heard that Andy was back in the studio and was like, right, got to give him some serves. Got to show him how it's done.
I mean, that's the thing, right? That is one of the things that Dark Elves have over the Wood Elves is the sideline control with the Witch Elves. And, you know, it's good by going to the side here. It meant any strip attempt was going to lead to serfs, basically. And, you know, he really punished him for going for those serfs.
He's going to foul, I think.
It's so tempting. You've got 4 assists on it, but if you get sent off, you're playing on 8 players.
Yeah, you literally can't foul.
But if you Yeah, you don't foul.
Plus, you've just won your offense.
They're doing it. They're
You've
doing
just won
it.
your offense, right? You don't need
They're
to
doing
deal with
it.
slip again.
Not caught, but also not removed.
Hate the foul. Genuinely hate it. You're out of range. You've won your offense. It's turn 8 next. Hate that foul.
The real power move is to do it again on turn 8.
Holy moly.
Jimmy hates the foul, and literally everyone in chat loves the foul. I think chat's just bloodthirsty, to be honest.
Yeah, it's absolutely not what I would have done. It was an awful foul, but I loved it.
Well, they're going to have to do something.
Yep.
Handoff.
2D block with block. Is that not better?
Well, yes. I mean, we weren't talking about what's most optimal. I was just suggesting ideas.
I think he might just punch it.
I really feel like Strider's got to be thinking right now, oh, if I just not spent a single reroll this drive, I'd probably be all right for the 1 turn. Because he's good at 1 turns.
Yeah, it's killed him.
Yeah, Strider's, he's got to get this. He's got to score 2 in the next half, hasn't he?
Yep.
Well, unless he makes the 1 turn without a reroll, which also can happen, but...
Put the guard or you can put this guy over. Oh, you can just use this space there.
Surely he's not. Oh, no.
Oh, he's done it wrong, but he gets the power.
Oh, wow, that would have gone to 1 dice.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. Wow, 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 wow.
What did the makeup lady say? How did she describe it?
She called you a nerd.
Ooh la la.
Ooh la la. Yeah, if we're in France, we have to use the lingo, right?
Wow, that was so not good. 3Ding here is nice. But, yeah, that was absolutely incorrect.
Honestly, Collie, it's a miracle they let him back in this time. We're all still surprised.
What? What did I do now? What?
Collie just said the French will never let you back in.
I don't know.
Especially with 9 players, right? He can't defend the 1 turn. He can barely backline. Yeah, and Strider might have also just got the stop if he played normally instead of going for the strip, right? Like he did go for that strip, and yeah, it was unlucky, right? 1 in 4 to fail the leap in. Did it twice, but you know, it sacrificed a lot of position going, didn't it?
There's no frenzy on the Wood Elves, is there? So he isn't going to set Oodles back.
No, it's
you
not.
can't
It's
say
not,
this close against size W either, though. Can you?
No, this is.
That has to go back a line.
Yeah, this isn't good.
Ooh. I think the second line needs to be slightly wider on both sides because
Yeah.
he's going to go. He's probably going to go into the wide. Oh no! No!
Oh, this. Oh.
What we're watching here, I think, is someone who hasn't prepared for 1-turn defences.
Well, certainly not with 9 players, right?
Yes.
That's the
That's a
killer
9.
here.
Yeah, the 9-pair variant.
9 players is an absolute killer. He might just have to backline. Honestly, because if you try push denial with too few players and then he's not making any judgments at all.
That's what I think. I think this is worse than just a backline. Maybe the backline is not good against the side step, to be fair, but
No, it's not.
I just feel like this is actually going to end up giving you a cuter option to do it.
Yep. Yeah. I would also backline. So that's 3 backlines in the studio.
Yeah, the 9 players is real tough. Wow. Brett Strider's really wishing he had 3 rerolls now. How many players has he got? He's got 9.
It's 9 on 9 right now.
Well enough.
So he needs 3 pushes.
Like, it's not easy. You know, it's still not easy, right? There's no rerolls especially. Just getting the pushes is not easy.
Yeah, I wonder if he's setting up here just to do the straight jump over and 3+ jump over, and you just push straight down to the side step. You can do that. Gets your first push, but with no rerolls, it's all.
War Dancer falls over, kills itself.
Well, yeah, the strip ball war dancer is quite important.
Just a little bit.
No miss next game here.
Vitok in chat. Vitok, some of you may remember from the preview streams and the draw streams, I got Andy coming back even if he doesn't enjoy French food, but he made it still. He must be really good at Blood Bowl. Vitok, we're struggling to contain Andy's head right now. Okay, we can't be saying things like this.
No, just given me smaller headphones. It's really annoying. I want the same ones I had earlier on.
But shout out to Vitok, by the way. Massive driving force behind this World Championships that we're all enjoying so much.
Yeah.
Incredible.
He's going for the whole method.
Yeah, that seems terrible.
Why with sidestep?
That's why it sounds terrible.
And he's got 2 off the LOS by miles back as well. This is interesting.
I'm really surprised by that.
Well, let's see what he does. He's now into time bank as well. Not like Wenteros' time bank, which looks like it's had a smash and grab raider performed on it.
A blitz, of course, it's a blitz. Well, it wasn't worth saving rerolls after all then. Although this is one of those ones where if you're not careful, you can do a blitz and make it worse.
Yes, yeah, because this doesn't look really dangerous, so I think Wenteros should be all right here.
The only downside, he can't get 2D on the sidestepper, but I don't think he needs to. I think he can just front it up and get in the way.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this looks basically impossible now. I mean, if he just moves right, if he just moves these 6 blades, he doesn't even have to hit. If he just moves these around, he should be able to get complete denial.
Sasha would like to see a blitzless blitz.
A blitzless blitz. Yeah, I was wondering that, Niagara, of all the things to do, you just spend one of your actions just sticking someone under the ball to start off with. But then could that piece become a chain pushable thing?
Yeah,
right? Like,
exactly. No, I think
so
you've got to stay in front. Probably
Yeah.
blitz like the dancer, the other dancer, and just stand in front. Should be all right.
Yeah, I think I'm blitzing the sidestep, the stripping dancer here.
Plus, you might kill it, which is great, isn't it?
Yes.
Trying to kill a strip ball dancer is always a worthwhile pursuit.
He's going to use his time bank again.
Yeah, he's not the quickest player in the world, is he, Wenteros? Oh, he is going for this. Wow, this seems really bad.
Because it's also got bobble ability where it could just bounce into the stripper's hands.
Yeah.
Has bobble ability ever been a word before tonight? Because I feel like this is not the first time I've heard it tonight. Bobble ability, chat.
Yeah, bobble ability's a real thing. Stop it. Bobble ability's a thing.
Bobble ability's a thing. I want Andy to put that on a t-shirt. Bobble ability's a thing.
Bobble ability.
Bobble ability.
Oh.
He's going to chain his own player in front of the sidestepper.
Interesting.
That's super interesting. Do you know what would be funny is if you couldn't use stand firm because it wasn't your opponent's turn.
I was literally just wondering that. Can the tree stand firm? Because the whole dodge, like, you can't use dodges on blitzes, but yeah. I guess it's... just catch it on a 5. That's never a bad plan.
There you go now. It looks great, doesn't it?
Well, that's genius, that.
Yeah. So he can still just blitz it into the hole and then, you know, power, and then block him, and then use him.
Imagine that.
Use him to get all the pushes, and then power him on the last one.
And then scatter catch it.
Yeah.
Scatter catch it on your last power.
Yeah, that would be incredible.
Take that bobble ability and use it for yourself.
So you're embracing that word now.
It's a good word. I like it. Sounds good. I think, to be fair, you didn't invent it. Someone has already said
What?
this. Torquemada said it earlier this evening in chat. So.
What? But remember, I haven't been here. And I've been using it for years. Right?
Sure you have, Andy.
Sure.
Of course he
you
has.
Offset LOS, bobble ability.
Oh
like,
my God.
Yeah. Comedian skink. No, I can't have that one.
Comedian skink.
He's got it.
Yeah, but he's got the power. He doesn't want the power now, does he? He wants to push it 100 times. And then power.
Oh, how now? How?
What a nerd.
Shut up.
Well, it's good for the handoff. It's not good for the push, though.
No.
It's done now.
It's done.
Is it?
Yeah.
Hang on. No, sorry. If you jump over the front, and it's a 4+.
he's
Push down.
You spent
Oh,
your
he's
blitz.
blitzed. Okay, yeah, it's done. Yeah. Sorry.
Comedian skink is out.
Comedian
too.
skink. 40 pounds. We're being billed by chat. Well, I tell you what, Andy Davo's made €800 so far in this tournament, so direct all your bills to
www.offsetlos.
Another player removed. Flip me. I guess he's going to apple this KO, right? Oh,
It's got
it's
to.
terrible, but if it fails, it's so bad, isn't it?
Yeah. Well,
Well,
Did it,
not
'cause
that bad,
no,
'cause
'cause
he's still
Strider's gotta score twice.
Got to score twice.
So
yeah,
no.
Yeah,
Yes.
don't apple.
so yes, no, maybe no.
Apple in a real game, like if it was a real game where a draw was a possible result, but because this
Yeah.
isn't a real game now, this is a game that Strider has to win. It's a real game, you know what I mean? Like it's a game that Strider has to win. It's not a normal game. Strider has to go for the win here. Normally Strider would never go for the win here, right? He just accept it's a draw.
Yeah.
But he can't accept it's a draw. He has to play abnormally.
Well, a night of it being impossible for Wood Elves to succeed, a KO roll continues because Strider's KO has failed both times here as well. So something about tonight and Wood Elf KOs is just not happening.
Tree, as probably the most wood elfish out of the three of us, I'd say.
Mhm.
Like, we're quite wood elfish, but
Are you?
you can have a, yeah.
Andy once looked at a Wood Elf team in the menu and then thought, nah.
I've seen them. I know what they look like. I know what they do.
Uh-huh.
Would you bang it in 2, bang it in 4, bang it in 6?
So normally the answer, I would say, definitely is 4 or 5, right? Because what you want is to put your opponent in that position where they're trying to do a short drive, they might overstretch themselves, and you have that chance. But the problem is here, Wenteros doesn't need to win. So if you bang it in any amount of turns, Wenteros is probably going to go, okay, and now I'm just going to try and hold it in one spot and not go anywhere. So in that situation, I think probably you're better off just scoring as quick as you can and giving yourself more time to try and do something.
Yeah, 100%.
Well, what you need then, if you're trying to score quickly, is 3 of your players stunned before you've moved.
Yeah, that's not great, is it?
Perfect, yeah. That is a rough kick-off event for sure when you're in a rush.
Was that Tree? It was the Tree.
Yeah, first action tree, ball completely undefended.
Tilt?
Nah, Strider does this sometimes. You know, like he's very good at Blood Bowl, but sometimes he just goes and does something.
Different.
Yeah.
Off meta.
The one thing, though, is all the nice 2 dice blocks he had lined up are no longer there. So
True.
there is some element of having hand forced as well.
I mean, he absolutely could have gone for the ball
Yeah,
pick up
yeah.
first.
Yeah.
But yeah, he just does this sometimes, Strider.
We might not have a front cage corner here if this isn't a POW.
Yeah.
Just roll a POW, Andy. Thought you knew that. Just roll a POW.
Yeah.
I mean, he had the 1 in 36 dodge off to shore it up, right? So
Yeah.
it was relatively safe.
Only down in numbers for this moment, Meth, because actually they're going to be 9 versus 9 when everyone's unstunned. But yeah, it was a rough turn, only having 6 players for the 10.
Mm. Wenteros just playing. I'd like to see him just play nice and solid and safe here.
Yeah, I think he will. He's generally played like that.
It's such a strong position, as we've talked about, because now 1-0 up in the series, 1-0 up in the game. The only way you lose from here is conceding twice. So you don't even have to go all out to stop a score here if you think your better chance is to keep those re-rolls and have them for just not getting turned over on your offense.
Yeah, absolutely. Don't use any re-rolls. I mean, he's only got 2, right? So just play it safe, bang some things, bang what you can, hope for the best.
That's the other Dark Elf build we didn't talk about before. If you want that third reroll, sometimes people take the runner just to have the leader on it as well.
Ugh. Sorry.
Yeah.
And he's not keen.
And he's completely correct.
It just gets targeted by good players, deleted, and yeah, awful.
It's somewhat good for like normal tabletop in that, you know, you've got loads of re-rolls and you've got your Wrestle Witches and you can beat players that you should beat more often. But in this, there's nobody that you should beat, you know, realistically. So you want, like, you know, you want games for hard games. You want a team for hard games in this format, I think.
Yep. That's a really strange move. For someone who's going to play passively, that is a very aggressive move. We've got an elf just off, well, sort of off camera.
Could be more on camera, Andy.
He's on cam. Have an on-cam elf.
Are these both default colours?
No. Oh, maybe.
Yeah, I think they are, yeah. Unpainted. He put an assist for a catcher as well. I don't know if he realised that was a strength 2 player. He's putting an assist.
He's also playing quite aggressively, which is... I'd quite like to be playing this drive for as long as possible if I'm the Dark Elves.
Yeah.
I don't want this to go quick.
No, I'm with you. I would be playing this conservatively.
I feel like the #1 thing I would be doing if I was Wenteros right now is just not using my time bank.
Yes. Yeah, that goes without saying.
Because the one way that would feel worse for this to go wrong for you is if you run that out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what happens if you know, if on turn 14 Strider puts him in a horrible spot and he's got no time bank, and then he runs out of time, you know, just before he moves the ball safe? Disaster. Like, you've got to play faster. You've got to make that switch and play faster earlier.
Yep. I'm feeling tense.
Yeah.
I felt like that the whole day, though. All these games have been so, like, high stakes.
What he has managed to do here is he's now forcing the snake.
Yes, yeah. There's no chain off realistically.
No.
Like, he could, right? He could bring in this guy and then blitz with the tree, but he's not going to. So.
Quite a lot of space here for Strider if he wants it, and I think he probably does, because he needs to get that score and turn over and score again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a hell of a lot of space.
Although I don't think he's actually going to take it, because he hasn't. He can't. Well, he's going to move the tree. If the tree moves and goes forward 2, then you can cage. Yeah. So the cage would be 1 square north of where the cursor is now.
Yeah.
Providing he doesn't snake, of course. Twice.
Bash Woodies continue to.
Outrageous.
Yep. So yeah, he's got a full cage there.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay, let's still get. It's got to be this one. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got dodge. And then you can try this dodge out, and you can try this one at the end.
Yeah. That's fine. And you've taken a Dark Elf out.
Yeah, great result.
And that ball carrier currently needs a 2+ to score next turn. So definitely could consider the going for the score next turn.
Yeah, it's tough, isn't it? You really want all 3 rerolls for getting the turnover score, so you might have to stall it out another turn. Such a hard call. I know lots of people would make the rush. I'd be really tempted not to. But an extra turn to get the turnover is also great, isn't it?
I think it depends on whether or not you can move the entire cage. If you were offered a just move it forward 3 squares, you'd probably take that. If you're offered a 2+ after a block, I think you'd take the block. So, if you Wenteros, what do you do?
I think you just look for another hit for damage, don't you? Because you're not going to stop this you're not going to stop this without really committing to stopping it.
Yeah.
And we don't think he's going to do that.
No, yeah. I think he should be playing for damage, you know, and covering the breakthrough is all he should have been doing. But he went high risk, pressure and no cover, and it's right through. Yeah, strange play.
Yeah, this is all because we don't know what they're thinking. I'm sure I must have done some stuff. You're like, what on earth have you done there?
No, in Arian, we're not. No.
I mean, I don't read chat very often, no. I'm aware it's there. Conscious choice. I think he's going to go for the sack. It's 5+ sack in, I think. Because there's only one reason you base it up like that, and that's if that's what you're doing.
Cornite says 8 dice on stripper. I don't think he's.
This is a hit on the ball.
Yeah,
you can see it's gone red.
It's gone for the ball.
Yeah,
sure.
He's
Makes
in.
It. Rolls the pow.
It's a 1D pow. That's
Rolls the
outrageous.
pow.
That's outrageous.
I mean, can win you the series. There is that.
That's outrageous. And he's got a guy free.
Into the armor break as well.
Look, this guy's free.
Oh, the tree didn't catch it. Robbed. Absolutely robbed. Did not have
4+
a tree catch
pick up,
there.
4+ dodge. Yeah.
Yeah.
Send the witch in. Hand it off. Click player. Right, sorry. Click ball. Click hand off. Click go. Press spacebar. Close your eyes.
No, you've got to path it because it might go 3, right? So yeah.
Oh,
you've got to go
Sprite is
around.
dropping the emotes.
Makes the dodge. Have to reroll the pickup. You just have to.
Well, you've committed this far to it, haven't you? Does, but doesn't make it. But the problem is now you've spent a re-roll, you've spent a lot of your time bank, the Wood Elves might score anyway, and then you suddenly have got a more stressful final drive.
Yeah, I like Andy. I really prefer just, you know, keep everything in front of the ball, punch things, punch what you can. Don't get outbashed more than you already have done.
Yep.
Seabros loved the sack, he would do.
Well, he's an up-and-coming streamer.
Up-and-coming streamer. Poor Seabros. Seabros is the only coach I'm aware of who had to turn down his ticket for the World Championships because of other commitments. So hopefully we see you for the next one, Seabros.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. You mean people... You had a choice? What? Oh, Viatok told me I had to. I didn't know. And he said, you're playing too. Oh.
Sometimes I think Andy doesn't quite tell the truth, chat. Sometimes I think Andy has a way of colouring things that aren't quite accurate.
Have a boss at home. This isn't too easy, is it, actually? So.
Well, if he dodges out on a 2, then picks it up on a 3 and runs forward, can the elf... Is it a handoff? I think he's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Then he blocks the way.
No, like go and stand the war dancer in the end zone.
All right.
So if he goes and...
Double rush then. So single rush. Oh, yeah, he's in 2 tackle zones. No, yeah, okay. Right.
Yeah,
So
war dancer
dance
first.
and,
Yeah.
yeah, double rush handoff. Oh, it's rough, isn't it?
And if it goes wrong, you lost because you've got 2 players well north of the ball.
Yeah. But yeah, what else are you going to do? I guess you've got to go for it.
Yep.
It's got to get done. I guess the dancer could blitz, right? You could move this guy around and then the dancer could blitz.
Yep. No, because you block your own route. You can't push it north of the...
Yeah, but if you power it, then,
Oh, yeah, sorry.
then you're okay. But like, it's not great, is it? Yeah, you probably don't. Probably just dodge. Yeah, it's probably too risky. But you could block. You could blitz something, right?
You could, or you could be, adventurous.
Tree.
Tree, yeah.
Tree.
Because actually, you could go tree, follow, and then the wrestle can hit the witch elf out of the way. In which case, you could then go 2+ and score.
I think that's exactly what we're about to see.
Yeah. No, we're not.
No, that's not the push direction I was thinking of.
That is. That is. These
Are
are.
we going to scatter the ball?
Don't know. These are not the droids I was looking for. What?
Honestly, a bit baffled.
Oh.
Okay, the war dance is doing it. Yeah, okay.
I think the dodge line elf's going to pick the ball up and score.
No, he can't. Oh no, he can. Yeah, he can go across now. No, yeah.
Double
Before
rush.
he had to go. Before he had to go up and back, whereas
Yeah.
now he can get there in one. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. That saves me 2+, doesn't it? From
Yeah.
the other one. Yeah,
I think I
nice
just thought it wasn't going to use the blitz. It was going to use that wrestle lineman to have the same impact of pushing it out of the way. But yeah, this kind of does the same thing. So, ooh. The dice got there before the player did, but the player has got there.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, just a little bit scary for Wenteros with one reroll. And again, sorry to harp on it, chap, but 2.5 minutes left in that time bank. It's just a little bit of pressure here.
At least the Wood Elf KO woke up.
Hey, it did. Look at that.
No.
Oh,
no,
it didn't. Oh, God. I
The
read it
Dark
wrong.
Elf one did.
Oh, it's just not possible.
A 9 versus 9 again.
Uh-huh.
Wenteros miles behind in terms of rerolls now, right?
Yeah. This is tricky. Very tricky.
Yeah, a short kick and a failed pickup here, and you're really in panic stations.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just a failed pickup because you.
Because you're playing Wood Elves.
Yeah, and you've
Get
only got
there,
one
yeah.
reroll left. Like
Exactly.
Dub skulls, that'd be bad.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. We could list through all the bad things. All the bad dice.
Yeah.
Do you know, there's a great catch from Jimmy in chat there. Wenteros has named at least one player Wenteros. He's put himself in a team. He's trusting himself to make the big play.
Well, it's the team's Rubel champions, so
Oh, okay.
if he is a champion, he's got to put himself in, hasn't he?
If I had a player in my team named after me, I would not trust that player to do anything at all. I'd be like, okay, well, that's the player that never carries the ball, never makes a block.
Well, the Wood Answers are synced. Got a little martial arts show. Oh, not now. I wish the Dark Elves had done what you did with your Dark Elf and had the long flowing hair. It looked like it had just stepped out of a salon. It was great.
Yeah.
That's the cosmetic, isn't it?
Yeah.
The legendary one, it does look very good.
Yep. I'm waiting for the legendary Necro cosmetic. I don't know what it'll be, like a flaming wolf or something.
Flaming wolf.
Yeah, I don't know why it's on fire.
Could be a zebra.
Only if it's stripes. Bits of it have been...
Do you know, that's a great question for chat, because we've talked about this before. If you were to think of like
Zebra or wolf?
cosmetics that would be amazing in game, are there some that you've been thinking of that you would love to see implemented? Some cool cosmetics for the teams here, the ones you're missing?
Yeah. Everyone should type "we a zebra."
Pirates be great. Obviously, what we all really want, following discussions earlier this stream, is the special Jimmy Fantastic edition of the Halfling Cheerleader.
Oh, hell
Where's
yeah.
the ball?
It went
Oh,
out.
touchback. Blodger.
All men's LOS. That's wild, isn't it? The solid D.
And you get to smash the stripper in the face.
Yes.
Who?
Surf the stripper. Wait, what? Why is he like you surf the stripper? I mean, you have to do this. Like you just have to, don't you? How easy is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 3 plus. So you're going to do 3 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it doesn't matter which way you do it. It's still a 3 plus. And then a rush. But like, it's so good.
Yeah, if that's gone.
Yeah. You kind of have to, you almost have to do it. And you've got the ball, you can just run back with the ball, right?
Yeah. And then take a load of stuff with you so you're protected, so you're not isolated. And then you go for the stripper.
Yeah.
Sorry, Drew, I feel like we've interrupted your what would you like cosmetics.
No, I'm very much keeping quiet because I think people want to hear about the Blood Bowl, but there is some fun chat going on the cosmetics. Catapult backpack for the ogres to launch the halflings with, for the human ogre and I guess the other ones. We want the halfling cheerleader uniform for the fling players. That would be pretty incredible. Want to see a troll hand holding a fish like the Warhammer Fantasy Battle mini? I'm not familiar with that one.
Oh, yeah.
More reasonably, Fluffy Burrito and Collie. Yes, I would also like to have seen some of the female Wood Elf models that exist on the tabletop. That would have been awesome. Karaivu says, I would like a logo for a tea recently put in the fridge. But no one at this table would put a tea in a fridge, would they, Andy?
No human alive would do that.
No.
Surely.
Because for Andy, it's not cold enough.
Exactly.
It's got to be the freezer.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. If we're memeing me, get it right. Got a removal, just casually, quietly, cautiously.
Didn't go for the surf, though. Boo.
No. And luckily, we are smashing through Time Bank.
Yeah. This is bad, isn't it? The time bank thing is like, it's so
I do wonder if part of that is lag.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
Because definitely there are some countries that have that lag more than others. And so the fact that it's happening so consistently, I wonder if Wenteros is dealing with some lag on the server, and that can happen.
Yeah, maybe.
But it does feel really rough.
Yeah.
It's good shape. He's made a nice shape here.
Yeah.
That is a strong shape. Wenteros has consistently made nice shapes.
Yeah, he's very good. Very good, solid player, I would say. Super solid.
Yep. Tree onto 2 naked line elves. Ugh. How far back have you put the ball?
All the way back. Yeah, maybe he's too far back.
That is very deep.
Yeah, that's a bit isolated.
I think it didn't need to go back that far, right?
No, I don't think it did.
Because now you're dark elf, right? Yeah, you're gonna have a right problem, Jim. Look, how are you gonna cope with that?
I would have coped it by not going this far back, Andy.
But now you have.
Oh, well, I wouldn't have.
Oh dear. In this heat, sun. It looks like normal weather. Yeah, this is normal weather.
Yeah, this looks normal to me.
You've got a QWERTY keyboard.
No, it's Azerty.
Oh, so it is, yeah.
That was just the most random interjection into the last quarterfinal commentary, which no one else can see what Andy's even looking at. Andy's just suddenly distracted by the fact that the keyboard that Jimmy is using to control the game for us, Andy thought was
QWERTY, but not. So
a UK edition keyboard.
No, it's not UK. QWERTY is the universal standard, and I have discovered today that that is not true. That apparently there's ZERTY, QWERTY, and many other makes of keyboard out there, which just baffled me. Bamboozled me, I think, is the expression.
Yeah, Germans have a different type of keyboard as well.
Weirded me out. I'm seeing a surf on a stripper.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, he has to this time. He can even bring up the ball to assist the first hit.
Oh, I love that. I think he's going to do it.
He surely has to this time.
Gold Sacket. Is this when you were called a nerd?
What?
Oh my goodness.
Oh dear.
Oh. Deary me. Well, the Blood Bowl version would be, as someone points out, a snurty. Sneaky get dirty fire. Sometimes people combine that together. So that's your Blood Bowl keyboard, the snurty keyboard.
Nice. Oh, I think he's putting a bit too much resource into this. Because the ball carrier should have done the first one for me.
Yeah.
And then this, the guy he just moved could have done the second one.
Now you need to get another person to be the, unless you take the one dice in the second hit. The problem is if you go for this and it doesn't work, then
Where are you putting
the
the ball?
ball's not, the ball's not safe.
Yeah, so the ball probably has to rush.
Double rush?
Just one.
Or handoff. We're doing it into a one dice. We're not scared.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's brilliant in it. That is absolutely brilliant.
It's a brilliant outcome, but that one dice feels a bit with the ball
Yeah,
not
it's
safe.
dangerous, yeah?
Yeah.
It was dangerous, but brilliant result. The problem is there were no other like really safe moves, right? So a dodge is a 2+, isn't it? At the end of the day, like he had nobody free, so.
I guess so. Yeah, it's all 2+s one way or another. Although the problem is if you wrestle it, you're not re-rolling it, but it's bad.
Yeah, true, but it's not bad game losing bad.
Yeah,
Whereas if you fail the dodge, it really is because this guy just hits you and scores. Probably.
Yeah, wrestle to the floor.
That can open the hand off. Okay. Oh my God, there's your
What?
last re-roll.
I hate that. Just stand here.
Yeah, what?
Wow. Wow.
It's amazing how this game can make you so stressed out for a person who you've not actually ever met. But my anxiety on that handoff was high.
And
Right, so he gets
55 seconds of time bank.
Yeah.
The blodger hasn't moved yet.
It's so he gets the full like Vengerbus type thing, but wow, that was like I hate making critical 2+ without a team reroll. Like to get the surf on the stripper was fair enough, but wow, that was a wild one, that handoff. I get
Is
not
this-
wanting to have it near the sideline.
Okay,
but
yeah,
wow.
no. It's kind of safe, isn't it, I guess?
It's a lot safer now the stripper is
Yeah.
taken out.
Wow.
But yeah, we're down into the last 46 seconds now of the time bank. We're still 4 turns to go. So again, if Strider can just ask some difficult questions in these next few turns, there is a real chance of running that time bank down. And probably that's more the way that the Strider can win this game now than actually hitting the ball, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, ask difficult questions.
Yep. And even easy questions, because at the end of the day now he's got to make so many blocks and dice rolls, he can just fail dice rolls. He's got no reroll. I can't believe he did a 2+ that he didn't have to. I can't believe it. Like, just go here. And, like, it's fine, right?
Yep.
This guy could have gone there or something.
Do you think maybe the reason for not going there is, again, I'm not saying it's right, but is it like a sort of catastrophizing mindset?
Catastrophizing?
Yes, catastrophizing.
That is a word.
Where you think...
What?
Yeah, that
It is a word. Where you think if this goes wrong and one square to the sideline, it could scatter out.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, I think that's what he was
It's in
thinking.
imagining the worst case scenario in your head and thinking that's more realistic than it is.
Yeah, maybe, but a 1-6ing is very, very, very easy. So
Yeah.
no matter, like,
I'm not saying it was the right decision. I'm just trying to understand why that decision was taken.
yeah, maybe it's one of these people who don't think they can roll ones. But that seems wild.
Catastrophizing is a word, chat. You can look it up.
When you say it's a word, do you mean a word that's actually in the Oxford English or just like one that's in your head? Because they're both right. They're both places, aren't they?
Listen,
No, they are both places.
This is why, when I said earlier,
Yeah?
you can't use that nerd phrase too much at Andy because it'll come back at me, but that is a real word.
Oh, really?
It is a real word.
oh. Clever and cunning is about to appear.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I like that.
Even more reason why I should have just moved over here.
Oh, no. Yeah.
But now who's left to hit the ball?
Just a rookie.
The tragedy is here, if you hadn't already activated it and taken root, the tree could have gone for it.
Yeah, that would have been hilarious.
You taking the 6+?
And he has to, doesn't he? Does he re-roll it? That was the question. He does.
Doesn't get it.
I mean, he was 30% to get the ball on the ground, but no
Yeah.
recovery at all, so wasn't a fan of it, but there you go. Now he gets to run away, doesn't he?
Dark Elves have no rerolls.
Yeah, but this is great. He's got.
You should
He's got
walk
so
everyone
many
off, right?
players free. Yeah, he's got so many players already free.
Yeah. 7 squares further forward for the ball carrier.
Yeah.
I feel like this is also the point, like, where in your internal Blood Bowl brain of injustice, you're thinking to yourself, Wenteros rolled a 1 dice power on my ball carrier. Why can't I have the 1 dice power?
If only it worked that way.
I know, right? If you're Strider.
Strider's life is hanging by a thread. Well,
I
tournament
was going to
life.
say that's
Yeah.
possibly a dramatisation, Andy. Just like a small...
I mean, I'm not. Yeah, he's not like sat there going. "Ugh." I mean, maybe he is, but
Oh god.
It's a question I should have checked beforehand, and I don't know if you guys will know the answer to.
what's that?
Is Strider the only person who got into the cash last time, who got into the cash again this time? Obviously, last time he won the whole thing in the season finals.
Well, he played Diomed in the final last time.
So no is the answer. Thank you. Yes.
And he might be playing Diomed in the final this time.
Well, it's not looking so likely at the moment,
No.
but it's possible.
No, it
No.
really isn't. He's in a lot of trouble right now.
Yeah, no follow. Blitz with a witch. This is really nice.
Yeah. It was also pretty easy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I didn't actually like blitzing with a witch. I would have rather just blitzed with a blitzer and dodged off, and then dodge off the witch as well. Because this push, look how bad he's got to
Yeah.
do it a 1D, right? And even then he could push it in another player. Right, doesn't.
Straight north.
Yeah, he has to. Yeah.
Although then that gives you a T shape, and you can push him into the ball.
Yeah.
But they're both rubbish, aren't they?
Yeah, they're both rubbish. Yeah. Yeah, I just think he had to do it in a 1D. Or just not do it.
Well,
the
yes.
other option.
What's the push into the ball here, please? Oh, yeah, I see it. You just need to fill well, I say just, but you need to fill that square between the... well, not anymore.
Fixed.
Yeah, that solves it.
With 26 seconds left.
Man, the time. Yeah, I think blitz with the blitzer and then dodge the other off was the play.
Even the game's got stressed with how this is going now.
That's a very good point, Shambata. Catastrophizing wouldn't appear on the Nando's menu, so Andy won.
Look, there's many people in the chat that I don't normally talk to. We're making me look bad. Stop it.
I've been thinking of something ever since Dimmy asked about the ice cream before. I'm going to feel mean now for saying the story, but
Oh, good. Right, crack on then.
when we were in Alicante this summer for the Blood Bowl a year ago, the Blood Bowl Tabletop World Cup, Andy was with me, went into an ice cream shop, and he had asked a friend of ours if she would like something from the ice cream shop. Very generous of you, Andy. Asked our friend if she wanted something, and she said that she wanted one of the macarons they had in the ice cream shop. And you pointed at it and said, "I'll have that burger, please." Put a macaron, which tickles me deeply because those are not the same thing.
Burgers and macarons.
Macarons and burgers, quite distinct kinds of food.
Oh, okay. I couldn't see what a macaron is.
It was in a dessert shop amongst all the ice creams.
What are you putting a burger in a dessert shop for? That's bonkers.
Well, well, the thing is, when they cooked it, it was a bit too hot, right? So, of course, you put it in a freezer if something's too hot.
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah.
Well. He asked for a chocolate burger. He did.
In other news, there's some Blood Bowl going on
There
the
is.
screen here.
I'm sorry.
Poor Andy.
Poor Andy.
So he's asked questions of Wenteros.
Yeah, and the answer is a dodge with a ball carrier.
Yes.
By the looks of it.
Yes.
Which isn't the answer you want to have to give, is it?
No.
No, it doesn't have to. He can block this guy and then he can blitz it with
No rerolls.
Yeah, but you've got to block, right? You block with anything except the ball carrier. Like anything except ball carrier actions, you have to do. So you can just move these two guys, block this, hit him. Instant dub skulls. So move these two first, like I said, right?
Into a KO.
Move these three that just have to move. But no, dub skulls.
And is that mistake exactly that you just talked about, Jimmy? Is that because of the time bank that you don't make those quick moves? You think to yourself, just do the thing. Shit, my time's going. Like,
maybe. But I mean, different people react to the time pressure differently. I tend to like clamp down earlier. Like, it's really weird seeing these people like that are still going at the time bank, right? If I was down to 3 minutes, I like make that shift in my play that I'm just going to start playing like twice as fast now from now on, and then so I'd still have that in the time bank for like something tricky. But in this kind of situation, I'm straight away I'm moving my guys that don't have to roll dice straight away because I've got no re-rolls, and so I would go the other way. My fast play would be moving these 3 players first. Absolutely 100% move them so that if something goes wrong, it's not the end of the world.
and what is the play now here for Strider? What is your route to the best outcome of knocking this over? I'm guessing you're using the ward answer to clear here, keep it as the assist, and then use that dodge lineman to do the blitz.
Yeah, you've got to, haven't you? I guess you can't really get the wrestler in. So.
And he's got to have put at least one scoring threat in, because not only does he need to sack here, he also has to score.
Yep. Gets the 1D pow. And that gives him the 2D on the ball.
Yeah, so the dodge follows this. The dodge lino can now Kapowski the ball.
Oh, it doesn't follow. Then
Oh,
push
okay.
him
You
down.
push him. Yeah.
You could push him out. You could follow and push him out. But then, no, because he's pushing down anyway.
Yeah.
Doesn't actually matter whether you follow or not,
No.
does it?
No.
I don't know what I was thinking. Gets the full power.
It's not over, chat. It's not over.
Don't say it's over. Oh my god.
Does not scatter catch it. But that's a pretty nice scatter again.
Wow.
Right next to the thrower. Needs to do a 2+ and then a 4+.
You've got to block this. Right?
Oh, okay, yeah, or just does that and then do the 3+3+.
It's
Yeah.
a 2D, yeah.
Holy.
This is really happening.
Goodness.
We could be here for a third game.
I know, it's a big difference in when we go to bed tonight, happening right here.
You can just stand next to him, can't you? And he's got 2 scoring threats.
Oh.
Has to re-roll, surely.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
never lucky.
Bedtime suddenly got a lot closer.
So again, right, like this is, if I'm playing, I've just
Blitzing
already
that.
moved this guy.
Yeah,
I've
mark
just
that in.
Already moved this guy instantly.
And that's the
Beyond
blitz as well.
instantly. Yeah, yeah. And then, like, you know, move this guy and move this guy and just base everything. Just base everything so that it's just all done, you know? Like, just do something like that. I'd be moving them instantly without thinking. Just get it done.
Yeah. And it's in 2 phases, isn't it? It is in my head, where you look at the simple stuff and go, right, that's probably going there. The next thing is, right, is there any optimization on that? But it is broadly, as you say, do all the safe things, and paint a picture, and then tidy the picture up.
Yeah. Yeah. In this situation, down time bank, just, yeah, make sure. Oh my god, can you 3 dice? Oh my god, you can 3 dice this guy.
Wow.
But you've got to push him back, and can he still? Yeah, yeah.
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 Yeah, no rush.
So, just trip skulls then.
Yeah, trip scores. Yeah, this is pretty good. But yes, do these safe moves.
Well, pushes wouldn't end it. Pushes would, if it's still on its feet, can still score.
Yeah, but a pow he's done, right?
Yeah. Power ends it.
So don't follow here, otherwise you might get chain pushed.
Yeah.
So I'd like to see a non-follow. Or a follow and then stand kind of 2 squares to the right of where we are now. Because
Yeah.
I just don't want to see a chain push. If I'm the Dark Elves. As a commentator, I'd bloody love to see a chain push.
Armor break
Stop.
ends it, for sure. KO'd.
Yep.
There is no scoring threat left for Strider.
So now don't go and pick the ball up and become a chain-pushing event on your own.
There's nothing that can possibly score.
Listen.
No, I suppose not.
So now get your guy into scoring range so you can win 2 games.
Despite what I just said about sooner or later to bed, it's a little bit of a shame, isn't it, not to get a third game?
It
Drama
is.
would have been great.
Yeah.
I do.
I feel bad for Strider.
Yeah.
Been very decisive games, haven't they? 4 quarterfinals and 3 of them were decided in 2
So
games.
actually, the one which we thought was 3 games, I think the producer actually came in afterwards and said, got that wrong. So in fact, they were all 2 games, which is surprising, definitely, because we've had quite a few that haven't been through the knockouts, and I'm certain there's a good chance we'll get some 3-game series still to come in what's left of the tournament, because there is just a tiny, small matter in the next few days of resolving semi-finals and a final involving gentlemen on the end there for at least one of those matchups. Andy Davo.
It's going to be great.
But guys, we've done it. We started off with 64 teams in this tournament. We're down to the final 4. How did you? I don't know, Jimmy. How are you feeling about these semi-finals?
I think it's pretty great, and honestly, 2 of the absolute best in the semi there with Andy and Diomed, and the other 2 are no slouches at all, right? Like, you know, Andri's been great for a long time, and Wenteros, I don't really know him that much, you know, with Rubel and Rebel he's been in. He hasn't really played in the Champs ladder so much, so I haven't really, not that familiar with him. But yeah, absolutely, you know, the other 2 top class, and Andri as well. Yeah, Andri's pretty great.
I think one of the things that we've already said on this show is when we talk about the big ones, the big names, part of that is name recognition. It's not necessarily that we're saying this person is definitely better, because we just don't know some of these coaches as well.
Yeah.
And I think that coming into this one in particular, definitely Strider was the coach we knew better. Again, just to repeat it one more time, did win the season finals at the start of the year, so has proven can go into these big pressure games and win them. And so it's not that we're saying that we didn't think Wenteros couldn't do it, and certainly Wenteros has played well enough to do it, Andy.
Yeah, absolutely. Congratulations, first of all, to Wenteros. I think he's played really well. So good on him. Question for you 2: who do you 2 think are going to win this? Then, right now you've got your 4 semi-finalists. I can't say, of course, right?
Andy avoiding. By the way, I hope we can get the finished graphic up in a second. Oh, here it is. Let's have it on screen for everyone so you can see it. We've got Wenteros in that top spot, Andri, the Imperial Nobility team, right after them, Diomed in 3rd, and Andy Davo. Well, no, I'm saying 3rd. It's not 1st to 4th, but just as you're reading them down the list, Diomed against Andy Davo in the 2nd semi-final. I mean, Andy, you're asking us to pick.
Absolutely.
When you're sat right here on the desk with us. That seems it's an impossible spot you're putting us into here.
I don't know, the last sort of hour or so you've been quite enjoying giving me...
I mean, I can think of 3 people that have got a really good chance.
Wow.
No, of course. I think your favourite, actually, Andy. I do think your favourite, to be honest.
Wow.
I think you had your hardest test in the round of 16.
Holy moly.
Who did Andy play in the last 16, Jimmy?
Oh, just some like really handsome guy.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah.
Truck.
Okay.
No, that was round of 32.
How was it? Oh, my graphic was wrong.
We can't all sit here saying that Andy's going to win, so I'm picking the Imperial Nobility just in case anyone's asking. I'm going to take the people's popular choice here and lean into it. But Andy against Andri in the final would certainly be good for making it really hard for us to be understood as we're talking. So
The England versus Spain?
would be.
Wait, not Wales versus Spain.
Well,
Oh,
caught in the
no,
act.
Andy.
Caught in the act.
Oh, no. Andy represents Team Wales on tabletop, for those of you who aren't familiar with what Jimmy is pointing at.
where's a hole? Give me a hole.
Right there. Yeah, really fascinating stuff. Would you say that Wenteros is maybe the biggest surprise of the tournament then, in terms of people who you knew and didn't know, the ones you were expecting to be there?
It's funny that you should ask that, because when I was doing my initial round of 64 teams, I said, I've never heard of Wenteros, but his team is Rubel champions. So therefore, if he's qualified through Rubel, he's got to be strong. Great league, right, with Diomed, Bright, top names in there, Crucifer. So to have come top of all of those, he's got to be great, even though I've never heard of him. So I did actually say that, so yeah.
So, of course, everyone's going to want to know the schedule for tomorrow. I think we have the schedule ready to go up on screen. Well, that's the planning phase. So we've got Friday the quarterfinals, we've got Saturday semi-finals. Actually, I don't know if we have or have not got the times yet for tomorrow's games, because that may require some coordination between the coaches, which we need to make sure everyone can line that up. Of course, we are holding Andy hostage with us here, so we can decide when Andy's available.
What?
But we have 3 other coaches to work things out with, so we're going to have to fit around their times. I think, broadly speaking, expect the stream at a similar time to start as it was today as yesterday, but the exact times we'll have to communicate possibly after the end of the stream for all of the matchups.
Yep.
I'm so excited. I feel like I'm so excited. Jimmy, I'm getting that you're excited. Andy, I don't know if you're excited or stressed right now.
I'm nice and zen. That's the only way to go into the next round.
Nice and zen from Andy. Listen, we have got 2 more big streams coming up the next couple of days, so we won't keep you all up here with just us nattering too late into the night. Was there anything else you guys wanted to say about today's action before we wrap things up?
No, I think it was fantastic. It spoke for itself, wasn't it? Great stuff. Well played, Andy.
Really
Thanks
well
very
played,
much.
Andy.
And congratulations to everybody who played cracking games of Blood Bowl today. Well done, everyone. And well done, chat, for writing some stuff.
Yeah. No, honestly, thank you to chat for giving us company all the way through. It's been fun reading your messages. Thank you for participating with us. Thank you to Cyanide and Nacon for putting this whole tournament on. It's been an absolute blast so far. And we've got 2 more days of it. We've got 2 more days here in the studio building up to that grand final on Sunday. So we will see you back here tomorrow for more of this. But for now, signing off for me, Misspelled, Jimmy Fantastic and Andy Davo. We will see you all tomorrow. Good night.